Investiture of the Gods, Chapter 31.
Okay, let's start with the chase, because the response from Cheoge is immediate, crushing even. Grand Preceptor Wenzong Wentaishi, he leads the army out personally, right? Out the West Gate.
Oh, yeah. This isn't subtle. The text paints this picture of, total mobilization, flags everywhere, drums beating nonstop, a relentless pursuit.
And Huang Feihu, his family, his followers, they're pushing it, crossing huge obstacles, the Mengtian Ford, the Yellow River, just trying to get away, heading towards Miachi County.
It's desperate. And amidst all this chaos, this huge military operation, the story zooms in on something very human.
His son.
Yes, his youngest son, Tiongxiang, he's only 7. And Feihu feels this profound sadness, calling the boy innocent, caught up in this terrible fate brought on by King Zir's tyranny.
Ah, that really grounds it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It reminds you this epic, magical story is rooted in a very real family tragedy, a father's completely justified anger.
It absolutely does, and it makes the odds stacked against him feel even heavier.
Which brings us to the military situation, because Wenzong's pursuit is just the start of his problems, right? He realizes he's walking into a massive trap.
He does. Feihu's a brilliant general himself. He understands strategy, and he sees it 4 separate major enemy forces converging on a small group. Escape looks impossible.
4. Okay, break that down for us. Who are they? Because this really highlights how finished he should have been.
Right. So first, there's the local commander from Mianchi County, Zhang Ku, known to be very dangerous.
Okay.
Then from the left flank, Zhang Weifeng, coming from Qinglong Pass. From the right, you've got the 4 demon generals out of Zhemeng Pass, and these guys are known for having some tricks up their sleeves.
Oh, great. Magic users, too.
Potentially, yes. And then, blocking the road directly ahead, General Zhang Feng from Lintong Pass.
So, Wenzong behind him, Zhang Kui ahead, Zhang Yifeng left, demon generals right, Zhang Feng blocking the center. It's a 5-way pincer.
Exactly. Every possible route is sealed by a top general or a specialized unit.
No wonder he feels trapped. The text says he felt they could only wait for death.
Humanly speaking, that was it. Game over.
But this Feng Xinyani, human limits are where things get interesting. Death was the logical answer, but then the heavens decide otherwise. Enter Kingsu Dao de Zhenjun.
An immortal, yeah. Just casually, passing through. From Xian Cave on Qingfeng Mountain.
Casually. How does he even notice Feihu?
Well, this is fascinating. The Zhenjun just doing his immortal thing, idle wandering over Lintong Pass, when Huang Feihu's, his emotional state is so strong, it actually interferes with the immortal.
You're kidding. His feelings were like a physical force.
Yes. The text calls it his yuanqi, his resentment or grievance aura. It was so potent, it literally disturbed the Zhenjun's yangguang, his auspicious light.
Wow. So morality and strong emotion in this world, they're not just feelings, they're like cosmic forces you can detect.
Pretty much. Feihu's righteous anger was so intense it was causing a ripple in the celestial fabric, you could say. A sort of divine inconvenience.
That's incredible. But the Zhenjun doesn't just smooth things over for his own comfort, right? There's a bigger reason he steps in.
Absolutely. This ties into the grand celestial plan. The Zhenjun realizes he has to save King Wucheng. Why? Because apparently celestials are forbidden from ascending Mount Kunlun, the main immortal realm, until the whole investiture of the gods process is completed by Jiangxia.
Ah, so Feihu is needed later. He's part of the script.
He's a key player. Destiny needs him alive for the coming upheaval. Letting him get captured now would mess up the entire divine timeline, so intervention becomes necessary.
He wasn't saved just because he was morally right, but because he was narratively essential. Okay, so how does the Zhenjun pull this off? How do you save someone from 5 armies?
With some seriously high-level magic, instantaneous and total concealment, he orders his attendants, the yellow turban strongmen.
Those guys show up a lot.
They do. He has them use this artifact called the Hunyuan Fan.
The banner of primal chaos, is that it?
That's the one wave, and poof. It instantly shields Huang Feihu and his entire group, family, soldiers, everyone, and transports them off the battlefield into some secluded, deep mountain valley. They leave, and the text says, no trace.
Just gone. Vanished into thin air.
Completely erased from the scene. 1 second, surrounded, awaiting death. The next, somewhere else entirely, safe and hidden.
Okay, let's picture Wenzong now. He arrives expecting to find Feihu cornered, maybe already captured. He starts questioning the other generals. What happens?
Well, Wenzong is still furious, still driven. He calls over Zhang Yifeng, then the four demon generals, then Zhang Feng, asks them, where is he? Have you seen him? They're all confused. Each one reports, nope, haven't seen him pass, haven't caught him, nothing.
So the trap was perfect, but the quarry just evaporated.
Exactly. Wenzong is baffled. The text has him mutter, strange indeed. He has no explanation. Reluctantly, he has to order his massive army to halt. They're stuck, wasting time, utterly perplexed.
Human force is completely stumped by magic. But the Zhenjun isn't done, is he? Just hiding Feihu isn't enough. Wenzong is still nearby.
Right. He needs to get Wenzong off the board, clear the path for Feihu properly, so he needs a distraction, a really convincing one.
More magic.
Oh, yes. Part 2 of the plan. The Zhenjun opens his magic gourd, takes out a pinch of something called shensha, divine sand. And get this detail, it's described as being refined by Xiantian Yiki, innate primal energy.
Innate primal energy sand. Okay, that sounds potent. What does he do with it?
He just sprinkles it towards the southeast.
And this creates an illusion.
Instantly, a military scout comes running up to Wenzong, completely breathless, reporting that Huang Feihu and his whole company have somehow turned around and are fighting their way back towards the capital, Zhuozh.
Which sounds crazy, but maybe less crazy than vanishing into thin air.
Exactly. To Wenzong, Feihu escaping past 4 defended passes seemed impossible. But doubling back, maybe in a desperate gamble. That sounds, well, almost plausible compared to disappearing.
So Wenzong buys it.
Hook, line, and sinker. He immediately orders a full retreat and chase back towards Zhuozh. His entire army turns around, rushes past Mianxi, back over the Mengjin Ford.
Clearing the road ahead for Feihu.
Perfectly executed. As soon as Wenzong's army is gone, the Zhenjun retrieves the Hunyun Fan. And Feihu and his group, they suddenly reappear on the main road.
How does that feel for them?
The text says it's like waking from a dream or recovering from drunkenness. They're disoriented for a moment, look around, the pursuing armies are gone, the converging forces are gone. The road ahead, towards the Lintong Pass, is clear.
They must realize something extraordinary just happened.
They know they've been saved, but probably not how. The immediate thought is, we have to move now towards Lintong Pass, their final obstacle.
Right, they're free from the massive pursuit, but they still need to get past General Zhang Feng, the guy who was blocking the center path at Lintong Pass. Remind us about him.
Zhang Feng, he's presented as this very impressive loyalist figure, wears magnificent armor, phoenix wing helmet, heavy golden, willow leaf armor hung with red robe, a real image of imperial authority.
But there's a personal angle here too, right?
A crucial one. He has a family connection to Feihu. He actually calls him nephew.
And this makes the confrontation way more complex than just soldier versus rebel. It becomes a debate. Zhang Feng speaks first.
He does, and it doesn't just attack, he pleads. He appeals to their shared lineage, to Feihu's rank, to practicality.
What's his argument, basically?
It's all about the institution. He says, look, nephew, you're high nobility. Surrender. Go back. Beg the king for forgiveness. Remind him of all your past service. Save your family from destruction. He calls continuing to rebel futile, like a rat falling into a trap. He's defending the established order, loyalty to the throne above all else.
Regardless of the king's actions.
Exactly. But Feihu's response hits different. He rejects that completely. He doesn't argue politics, he argues morality.
He justifies his treason.
He frames it not as treason, but as necessity. He points directly at King Zhu. He's licentious, he listens to evil advisors, he committed the ultimate crime. The
ruler insulted his minister's wife and killed his wife. That's the core of it.
That's the unforgivable sin that breaks the bond. And Feihu then states this fundamental principle. A king who is not upright, he says, should be served by the official who defects to another state. This is proper etiquette.
Wow. He's saying defection isn't just permissible, it's the correct ethical action according to ancient rites when the ruler fails so badly.
Precisely. The moral contract is void. Loyalty is conditional on the ruler's righteousness.
How does Zhang Feng react to that, calling the king unrighteous?
He's furious, calls it slander. In his worldview, questioning the king's divine mandate is slander. So the talking stops. He attacks.
And they fight.
They do. A fierce battle, 30 rounds. Zhang Feng starts to weaken, falls back. But then he tries a trick. A surprise weapon.
Ah, yes, the secret weapon. Tell us about this thing. It sounds weird.
It really does. It's the Billion Chui, the 100 refined hammer. The description is so specific and odd. Ice platter, big, bull mouth small.
Like a weighted projectile on a rope.
Seems like it. Thrown to cause sudden massive injury, injures heart, smashes brains. It's more of an assassination tool than a battlefield weapon.
Lethal. But Feihu anticipates it.
It's ready for anything at this point. He sees it coming, uses his own sword, his treasured sword, to slash the purple velvet rope holding the hammer.
Captures the weapon.
Disarms him completely. Snatches the hammer right out of the air, essentially. Zhang Feng is totally defeated, forced to retreat back into the pass fortifications.
Feihu doesn't pursue.
No. Wisely, he doesn't charge into a fortified pass after a retreating enemy. He pulls back, sets up his own camp outside the pass. The immediate danger is over. He needs to figure out how to get through Lintong Pass next. But destiny, for now, remains very much on track. So, Zhang Feng knows he's outmatched militarily. He makes a very cold, very calculated call. Pure assassination, midnight job.
Okay.
He tells his subordinate, Zhao Yin, to get 3,000 longbowmen. These guys are specialists, Zun Jianshu, for mass arrow attacks.
Wow. 3,000 archers.
Yeah. The plan: second watch, middle of night, unleash hell, kill Feihu, kill the whole family, chop off the head, send him back to the capital, claim the reward. Brutal, but, militarily efficient, I guess.
But, and this is where it gets interesting, the guy he tells to do it, Zhao Yin.
Yes. This is the twist. The moment Zhao Yin hears the order, something clicks. Or rather, something breaks. He realizes Feihu. He wasn't just some general.
He was his commander.
His former commander. The one who noticed him, promoted him, treated him decently.
So there's history there. Personal history.
Deep history. And it triggers this concept of Huang and betraying grace, betraying a kindness shown to you in their world, that kind of personal debt, that N. It's massive.
So it outweighs his duty to Zhang Feng. Even his duty to the state, maybe.
In this moment, for Zhao Yin,
Okay.
absolutely. That personal obligation just completely overrides the military command. It's a really powerful internal conflict.
And he acts on it. Fast.
Immediately, he disguises himself, gets to Feihu literally minutes before the attack is supposed to happen, warns him, and then unlocks the gate. Kaiguan Luosua.
Just lets him go.
Tells him to charge out quickly. Feihu and his family, they're stunned probably, but they don't hesitate. They flee into the night. The soldiers, the archers, they're completely caught off guard.
And Zhang Feng must realize pretty quickly what's happened.
Oh, yeah. He knows he's been betrayed. By his own man, he mounts up instantly, tries to give chase.
But Valyon's not done yet, is he?
Not even close. He's waiting right outside the gate as Zhang Feng charges out.
Ambush.
Zhao Yin ambushes his own commander. Kills him right there with Albert. Chi-Chi, swift, brutal. Justice, maybe? Poetic? Definitely.
Wow. So Zhao Yin pays that debt of conscience, not with his own life, but with Zhang Feng's.
Exactly. And he's smart about it, too. He doesn't just ride off. He makes sure Feihu gets away clean. He blocks the gate thoroughly, uses boards, earth, maybe even bodies, the text says, Young say. Basically jams it shut to make sure any other pursuit is delayed for hours.
Buys Feihu precious time.
Critical time. And then he tells Feihu something interesting. He says they'll meet again later in the Tenju arrays.
Okay, wait. Let's pause there, because just dropping Tenju arrays for listeners who aren't, deep in the lore, that sounds kind of cryptic. It's not just another battle, is it?
No, not at all. It's a massive signal. Zhao Yin is basically saying, this conflict is bigger than us generals now. It's escalating. The Tenju arrays, or 10 ultimate arrays, that's a future stage of the war where, frankly, human armies become almost irrelevant. It becomes a series of deadly magical duels between powerful Taoist immortals using unbelievable weapons and formations.
So Zhao Yin knows he's part of that now. He's leveling up, so to speak.
He's indicating he's now tied into that larger divine conflict. He's not just a loyal subordinate anymore. He's a player in the cosmic game. He's telling Feihu, our paths cross again, but on a much higher, much stranger battlefield.
Which is quite a thought. But unfortunately for Feihu, that relief from Lintang Pass, it's incredibly short-lived.
Brutally short. Just a few hours later, he hits the next major obstacle, Tong Pass.
And this time, the dynamic is reversed. It's Feihu who recognizes the general, Chen Tong. And the history there is toxic.
Yeah, Feihu gets this immediate sense of dread. He remembers Chen Tong, served under Feihu years ago.
Yeah.
Chen Tong committed some crime bad enough that the sentence was execution. Beheading. Xiao Shouji.
Ouch.
But other generals pleaded for him. Feihu, maybe regrettably now, showed mercy. Let him redeem himself through service.
So there's this old wound, this rift, the text calls it, Yusu Remsi.
Exactly. And Feihu instantly fears Chen Tong holds a grudge. that he'll use this opportunity for revenge for that past humiliation.
Ouch, he's right.
He's absolutely right. Chen Tong comes out, demands surrender. They fight a proper duel this time.
How does it go?
They go 20 rounds, er Shihuhi. The sources are clear. Feihu is the better fighter, much better. He pushes Chen Tong back.
So skill wins.
Skill would win
Yeah.
in a normal fight. Chen Tong retreats, yeah, but he knows he can't win with swordsmanship.
Ah, so he's got something else up his sleeve.
He does, and this is the moment everything changes. This is where martial skill becomes utterly irrelevant. He pulls out his secret weapon.
The fire dragon dart. Wu Long Biao.
That's...
Let's talk about this dart.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, generals retreat, they use tactics, but this feels different. What does it signify?
It signifies the end of the line for mortal prowess. Feihu is this legendary warrior, right? Brave through 3 armies, but he can't parry magic.
Where did Chen Tong even get it?
It's described as being given by a mysterious figure, and Yiren, a secret teaching, Mishu. It wasn't made in an army forge. This thing is supernatural.
And it works?
The text says it produces smoke, maybe flames, yansheng, and crucially, it calls it infallible. Baizong, Bai Faha hits every single time. No dodging, no blocking.
So Feihu's skill means nothing here.
Absolutely nothing. It's like destiny arriving as a projectile.
It kicks him.
Instantly. Feihu cries out, tries to react, but it's too fast. Strikes him right in the ribs, the flank area. Shixia. He falls. Straight off his mount, the 5-colored divine cow. Falls to the ground. The narrative is blunt. He's dead.
Just like that. After everything at Lintang Pass, the loyalty, the escape, he's killed by an old grudge and a magic dart.
It's brutal, and it gets worse.
Ow.
His loyal generals who are left, Huang, Ming, and Zuji, they see their commander fall. They charge forward, furious, trying to avenge him.
A brave move, but...
Utterly futile. Chen Tong just throws a second dart. Doesn't even seem difficult for him. Hits Zuji right in the neck. Kills him instantly, too.
So Chen Tong takes out the commander and a key general with 2 throws. No contest.
0 contest. Mortal courage versus esoteric weapon. The weapon wins easily.
And the rest of the party?
Well,
Feihu's sons? The remaining men?
It's complete despair. His 3 sons are weeping over their father's body, the generals. They're paralyzed. The text uses this incredible image. They feel like a sheep caught in a fence.
Trapped. Can't go forward, can't go back.
Exactly. Blocked by an enemy they can't fight, who has weapons they can't defend against. Total helplessness.
That image, the sheep caught in the fence, it really captures the limit of what they can do, doesn't it? They've hit a wall that human effort just can't break through.
It's the perfect symbol for that moment. Their desperation, their inability to act. That's the cue, really. It signals that the situation requires something. More. Intervention from a higher plane.
An intervention arrives. Just as Feihu dies, the story shifts completely. We leave Tong Pass, leave the dust and the grief.
And we go way up high. The Qingfeng Mountain, peaceful, serene. And there's the true monarch, King Sudado, just meditating.
He doesn't hear about it, does he? He senses it.
He calculates it. The text says he nizi swan, pinches his fingers and calculates. He instantly knows Feihu has met with an affliction, an E.
So Feihu's death wasn't random. It registered on some cosmic level.
Oh, absolutely. It tells you straight away. Nothing major happens down below without the immortals knowing. Feihu's death isn't just a personal tragedy. It's an event with consequences for the bigger picture. It's messing with the plan.
So the tree monarch decides to act. He calls for his disciple, a boy named Huang Tianhua.
Right. And the description of this kid, I mean,
But he's 9 feet tall, pale, with these fierce, intense eyes.
Yeah, not your average teenager. And the first thing Tianhua asks his master is, who's my father? Such a simple human question in this totally bizarre context.
And the true monarch tells him. But the backstory, it's wild.
It really is. He explains that 13 years ago, when Tianhua was just 3 years old, his innate killing aura, his shaki, was already so powerful it literally blocked the immortal's path. His cloud couldn't get past this toddler on his way to Kunlun Mountain.
Okay, hold on. A 3-year-old with an aura so strong it stops an immortal's cloud. What does that even mean?
It means Tianhua was born extraordinary, not just gifted, but radiating this intense energy associated with conflict, with lethality. The immortal didn't take him because he was pious or virtuous. He took him because of this raw power, this clear appearance that signaled immense potential.
So his destiny wasn't necessarily like enlightenment. It was tied to this inherent violence, this power.
It certainly suggests his path involves immense force, yes. That Shaki, it doesn't automatically mean he's evil, but it marks him as a major player in conflict. The Taoists, you see, they aren't trying to suppress it entirely. They want to channel it.
Channel it for what?
Likely for the coming war. For the mandate of heaven, the service to the Zhou dynasty, Shizu. His father's death, while tragic for Feihu, becomes the trigger. It's the event needed to deploy Tianhua and his pre-existing cultivated power onto the board.
So the immortal sends him down, tells him to save his father, even though we know Feihu's already gone.
Right. And he gives him tools, not just advice, but powerful artifacts. A flower basket, Hualanor, which sounds innocuous, but definitely isn't.
And a sword, a jian.
A presumably very powerful sword. And notice, he doesn't give Tianhua battle tactics. He gives him specific secret instructions. You the Rishi, you must do exactly this and this and this to handle Chentong and get through the pass.
So Tianhua's actions are prescripted by divine authority.
It seems that way. His role is execution, not improvisation. He just needs to follow the heavenly plan.
And Tianhua, he just accepts this, finds out who his dad is, and immediately goes on this mission.
He accepts his identity, accepts the mission, and then, poof, he uses earth-tunneling magic. Done. He doesn't need a horse or days of travel. He heads instantly towards Tong Pass.